morning, everyone. Well, if you saw my last video, we had actually gotten a good start on this field. And we made a nice big dent on it yesterday. There's looking off over to the east. And as you can see, got a nice big chunk done. And right over there is the end of it. And so once we get to that point, the corn for 2022 will be done. They are calling rain this afternoon. In fact, about an hour or so ago, we had kind of like a little light shower go through. It didn't really melt anything, but they're calling for the heavier stuff to move in later on this afternoon. And looking that way in the west, you can kind of see it's kind of bluing up. So that's why we're pushing to try and get this done. I was down here at the farm, just after 3:30 this morning. It was actually nice and clear out. You could see the stars and everything. But then you could slowly see a big cloud bank moving in. But I had to get down here. We had those two big green wagons that we got and the tandem grain truck. They both had wet corn in them. So I got those dumped into the wet bin, and then I turned around and actually loaded both the green wagons and the tandem with dry corn to transfer north about 2 miles north to 4 more bins that we have in order to make room, because we do not have enough room down here at the main farm, which is always a good problem to have. And so yesterday my brother was running the combine. I ran about 2 hours or so yesterday morning. Then after he got done checking his pigs, and there the hopper indicator went off, so I'm about full, as you can see on the camera. Grain cart's coming back down this way. And so I think Dad, he popped down here back down to the farm about 11 o'clock last night and shut the dryer down because the one big bin was getting really full. And so I went home. I went to bed about 20 after 9 last night and rolled out about 3:15 this morning, and I was down here at the farm just after 3:30, getting wet corn dumped in, dry corn loaded out. I think it was just after 5:30 I ran home, grabbed a quick bite to eat, came right back down, got the combine greased up, blowed all out with the air gun, and then we had to load up more dry corn. Dad took the semi to town, that way we had one more load of corn that had to go to Logansport. And so now I'm back out here rolling the combine. My cousin was helping us. Now our one landlord, he's been helping us run the grain cart because my cousin, he's back in school. in Tennessee, he actually needs to get up here. That way he could just keep an eye on the dryer for us all night. Dad and I, we could be, Dad, he could be at his house sleeping at night. I could be at my house sleeping at night, and that friend of mine, he could be keeping an eye on the dryer all night for us. Be a good job for him. I also see I picked up some more subscribers, so thanks a lot for that. Appreciate it. As I've said before, and I'll probably keep saying it as I keep getting more subscribers, but my channel is unedited, and so as you see it happening on video, that's exactly what happens. I don't sit around for hours on end editing video. I take the video and I post it, and so it's basically about as live as you can be without being a YouTube live video. Maybe someday, or when we get working ground, I'll do a live video and just see how that works. But if you want all the drama and all the fancy schmancy editing, there's other people out there that do that. Maybe someday, if I ever get me a drone, I might try just a little bit, but who knows. I'm not going to sit around and waste 2 or 3 hours every day doing that. Also had a couple questions because I had made mention that on my last video regarding I was hitting on the off-row. Oh, there comes Dad with the tandem grain truck pulling in. But because I said we planted with a 12-row planter and we combined with an 8-row corn head. And there's a few guys out there, not a lot, that still run wide row corn. And for anybody wondering, this is an 8-row corn head, an 38-inch spacing. So yeah, 8-row corn head, 38-inch row spacing. Some guys still run. In fact, actually, there's several different guys on a couple of the Gleaner combine groups that I'm on that they say they run 36 on the row spacing. We still run 38. And like I said before, yield-wise, we yield just as good as everybody else in our area. The thing I like about running with the 838 is what would be called an 830 or an 8-row 30-inch corn head is only 20 feet wide. This 838 and or this corn head here can actually be set up for an 836. But this 8-row wide corn head is 25 feet wide, so I'm 5 feet wider, which does make it nice. I'm covering more ground. But like I say, this corn head here is actually adjustable. When I bought it in 2019, it was actually set for 36-inch row spacings, and I actually reset it In fact, well, getting some of this corn leaves off the snout. You might be able to see on that right there. You can see that dark spot. That's where it was set at, where the snout was set a little bit narrower for the 36 inch, and I widened them out for the 38. But I bought this head over in northwestern Illinois, just southwest of Rockford, Illinois. A guy posted it for sale on a Gleaner Combine Facebook group. And some good friends of mine actually live in Beloit, Wisconsin. And so that summer I had went out to see them. And then when I left Beloit, if you don't know, Beloit, Wisconsin is actually right on the state line of Wisconsin and Illinois. The state line actually kind of cuts the town in two. And Beloit is straight north of Rockford, about a half hour roughly. And so when I left to come home, I just came right down, went right around Rockford, and then dropped southwest of Rockford, out by Mount Morris, Illinois. Checked out the corn ahead, liked what I saw. And I think it was about 2 weeks later, our seed corn salesman, he had a big flatbed trailer, a big with a gooseneck or a fifth wheel trailer. And so I think it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. My dad and I, we both left the farm. Well, a quick side note to that. Our seed corn salesman not only let us borrow his trailer, he let us borrow his pickup truck also. He had a big dually pickup truck. And so I think it might have been probably about the previous day before that. We picked up ran over to his place, got the truck and trailer, brought it back to the farm. And I think it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. My dad and I, we both left the farm and headed for Mount Morris, Illinois. And got out there, got this head loaded up on the trailer, and headed back home with it. Got home, I think it's about 6:30 that night, and it's really worked out great. And there we go, dumping again. Because when we bought this combine in the winter of 2018 from north of Iowa, a little town called New Hampton, Iowa is where this combine came from. In fact, one of my subscribers that has got the funny subscriber name of Atomic Wedgie 81. He said he's actually from out in that area, New Hampton, Iowa. Anyway, the fall of 2018, because we had run 6-row corn heads, 6-row wide corn heads on our R52s. And so that fall, I ran a 6-row corn head on this machine. And then, like I say, in the summer of 2019 is when I found this big 8-row corn head. And so it's definitely been nice. Well, I think I'm going to call that an end to this video. What I am going to do is what we always like to do when we get down to the last 8 rows for the year. My dad, he'll be out there with his video camera. Tell you what, hold that thought. Yeah, Rod, I got a tie one left. I'll just stop here, dump, and then work around it. probably can't see back there in the hopper. Okay, hopper's empty. Okay, you're good to go again. Okay. Had to grab the two-way. But anyway, like I was saying, what we always like to do on the last 8 rows is Dad, he'll be out there videoing it, and I always like to get video myself of the last 8 rows going down for the year. And so I'll do that.
I'll get the rest of the dump on you when you get past that tile, so I got enough to fill that semi.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, my hopper ran out there, and so I'm empty.
I got enough on to fill the semi?
It's piled up pretty good. I'd say it'll be close. And so when we get ready to grab that last 8 rows, I don't know, but by that time my brother might be running the combine, and I'll grab video, and or my dad, he'll be grabbing video of it, and then I'll take and I'll post that video of the last 8 rows for 2022 coming down. So hey, take care, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.